Hey guys, it's Clovis, and today we're going to finish the leader ability guide finally. Now this video won't be as elaborate as the last one, but we are going to cut through the crap and get through all the stuff now. I'll go through all the leader abilities now. I just have a hacked save file, and then after I do that, I'm going to go back to each one and then talk a bit more about them. But for the sake of everyone who just wants to know what abilities are what, I'm just going to do each one right now. So I'm going to sort by class and level as well, so we get the ascending level. So we can see like the low level and compared to the high level abilities. So if you are a 3 or lower star dragon monster, you get open opponent's card, which if you're 4 star or above, you get level cost reduction for same type friendlies. And all dragons get increased movement. But the interesting thing about level cost reduction for same type is this ability scales. So if you're level 4 to 6, you get 1 star reduction, but if you're level 7 or above, you get 2. So you want to level up like say you Kaiser Dragon, etc. My personal recommendation would either be Red Eyes Black Dragon or where is it? Harpy's Pet Dragon to level up, because if you guys watch my leveling tutorial that's in the description and is useful for all these leveling up stuff, you want to pick a monster that you confuse to make. So yeah, Harpy's Pet Dragon, you confuse a Harpy Lady with a dragon, and then have also the Harpy's Pet Dragon card itself to have up to 5 on the field. And you can do the same with Red Eyes Black Dragon. If you fuse a 4-star Dark Dragon with Tyho number 2, you will get Red Eyes Black Dragon, in addition to the ones that you can actually acquire and summon yourself. As for spellcasters, you get terrain change at low levels, which changes the field to Yami. Every other, even like high or low level, doesn't matter what you get, you will get extended support range, increased strength for same type friendlies, and weaken specific enemy type. Increased strength for same type friendlies always is obviously the same as a leader, but weaken specific enemy type changes. So in the case of spellcasters, they weaken fiends. Also, remember that increased strength for same type friendlies and weaken specific enemy type are scale up to 5 stars. So if you're leveling up a spellcaster and you don't want terrain change, you want to get something as close to 5 stars as possible. Any higher than that, you won't actually get any more benefits from those leader abilities, but it will take longer to get weaken specific enemy type. You actually get that ability the earlier the lower your stars are. So I can't find any 5-star fusions for spellcasters. Unfortunately, I don't believe any of these ones are actually fusible, but you can do either Dark Elf or Dancing Elf. Not Dancing Elf, sorry. Dark Elf requires Dancing Elf and a Dark Spellcaster to summon, and then you could play the card itself as well, of course. And there's also Mystical Elf, which you can mix Dancing Elf with a 700 attack or below female card, as well as play the card itself and have up to 5 at a time to level up. But just remember they are 4 stars, so you'll only get 400 damage boost and reduction, unlike a 5-star card that'll get 500. Zombies, we get pretty cool abilities. Direct damage halved is a really nice one, but there's only these 3 cards that will get it. Level 2 and above don't get it, so you need to be 1 star to get that. Otherwise, you get extended support range, increased for same type friendlies, pretty basic stuff. Weaken specific enemy type, which will weaken warrior monsters, which is really cool because, you know, zombies feed on flesh, so yeah. You can actually do quite a few with this. Great Mammoth of Gold Fiend, that's fusible. Skullgon's fusible. Dragon Zombie plus a 1-star Skull monster will get you Skullgon. And Pumpkin is really good as well. If you fuse a zombie or plant that has 1,000 attack or above with another either contrasting type, so if your zombie is 1,000, you fuse it with any plant. If your plant is 1,000, you fuse it with any zombie. And you can quite easily make up to 5 of these, no problem. You can even do like Magical Ghost, other stuff down here, like, yeah, Wood Remains, lots of feasible cards, Dragon Zombie, Armored Zombie, Zombie Warrior, and that's it. But you can pick any of those ones and level them up pretty fast, so yeah. Warriors are actually really nice. Low level abilities open card, and because this gets extended support range, that ability becomes very, very, very strong. I just want to put that out there, that you kind of want open opponent's card with extended support range. Otherwise, the ability is not that good in my opinion, but with extended support range, it is amazing. And you'll notice we have weaken specific enemy type, but we don't have increased strength for same type friendlies. And that's because for warriors and also thunders that only get this ability, you weaken 2 types. So warriors will weaken spellcasters and dragons. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Very theatrical as well. But yeah, if you're above a certain level, you won't get open opponent's cards. So you can actually, up to level 3, you can get those abilities, which is pretty cool. There's quite a few cool looking level 3 star monsters when it comes to warriors. So yeah, that's pretty nice. You can even do like hard armor, dragon statue. Yeah, all these cards. How cool is that? Vishwarandi, that's pretty cool. But let's just move on to the next group, shall we? Beast Warriors. Alright, I love Beast Warriors because just like Warriors, they have extended support range and low levels have open card. If you have 3-star, you get open card. However, level 4 monsters don't get either open card or decreased summoning cost. But if you're level 5 or above, you do get level cost reduction for same summoning type. And for 5-star monsters, that's 1-star reduction. 4-star is 0, obviously, you don't get the ability. And 6 is actually 2. You can't actually get Rabbit Horseman, this is a hack save file, but you can do Panther Warrior. So my personal recommendation for this is, unfortunately there's no fusions you can set as your leader. There's no Nekagal or Rabbit Horseman in this game without cheating. So I recommend you level up Panther Warrior, or go down to Mountain Warrior or Solitude, level one of these up, and you'll get extended support range as well as open opponent's card, which again is really, really cool. And all Beast Warriors will get movement boost for same type friendlies in conjunction with extended support range, which makes your team extremely mobile. If you're standing at the middle of the map, your Beast Warriors can move pretty much anywhere, so that's really nice. Beasts have a pretty awkward kit, I'm not a big fan. You get increased strength for same type friendlies, weaken specific enemy type, movement boost for same type friendlies, but you don't get extended support range, which kind of sucks. Yeah. So basically it's saying, oh, you can move away from your deck leader fast and instantly lose the abilities that you get. So yeah, that kind of sucks. And low level, which is 1-star only, I believe. Yeah, only 1-star monsters get LP recovery, so that's a pretty crap ability anyways. I don't really particularly like that, so I would recommend you go down here to the 5 and 6 stars, and you can level up Chimera, the flying mythical beast, by fusing a fiend with a level 4 beast, or Garvus, which you can fuse by with any beast and any winged beast. You'll get that. I'm not sure if there's any others. Yeah, there's Flower Wolf, which is pretty cool. Mix a beast and a plant. And I think I might be missing a couple. Mon Larvus. You fuse Larvus with a beast, but that's a 4 stars. So you might want to pick one of the 5 or above, so you can get those awesome ability scaling. This is an interesting one. Open opponent's card, increased movement, and weaken specific enemy type. Pretty interesting kit. That's a low level one, of course. If you're above level 3, you don't get it. But I do believe the higher up you go, here we go, level 6. Yeah, if you're level 6, you do get level cost reduction for same summoning type. I haven't tested the scaling on that, but I do assume it's 1-star throughout the board because I have tried it with a Punished Eagle. So yeah. Low level fiends get terrain change, so it's pretty much the same as spellcasters, but the opposite. You change the terrain to Yami still, but you weaken spellcasters and buff fiends, so yeah. Again, I don't think terrain change is that great. Terrain cards cover a lot of space in this game. I think they're a big deal. So I think you just want to go down to level 5 or whatever. Let's see some good fusions. The obvious one is Summon Skull. If you fuse Job Change Mirror, which you can get off of Panic, fuse it with any 1600 or above attack monster that isn't Ryukishin powered, and you'll get Summon Skull. So you can get a couple of these in a 3 in a row, then make the others with fusions, and have 5 of them out at a time. You know the deal. Apart from that, I don't think there's... there's Soul Hunter, of course. You can fuse either Cross Clown or Clown Zombie with a Reptile. Any Reptile works, I'm pretty sure, and you'll get Soul Hunter. Pretty cool. Apart from that, I don't think there's any fusions. Especially up the top. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. And move on to the next group. Fairies! This is probably what you've all wanted to see. You guys wonder if key mace gets LP reduction, blah 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 blah. The answer is yes. These fairies get like everything pretty much. If you're level 2 or below fairy, maybe level 3, let's check. I don't think it is. Yeah, level 2 or below fairies will get LP recovery. Level 1 or below will also get direct damage halved. And every single fairy will get all the other leader abilities you see. So extended support range, increased strength for save like friendlies, blah 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 blah. For this group, Spellbind specific enemy type will Spellbind zombies. And Destroy specific enemy type will Destroy fiends. So if you play this deck with this leader ability against Panic, there is no way you can lose. I'm not even joking. You can literally just skip every single turn, and he will never be able to attack you. So yeah, because he only has fiends. So for this deck, I do actually recommend going up and leveling up a Dark Witch. You can do that pretty fast. Any fairy plus female combo usually works to an extent. There's like a few exceptions, but most of them do work. And yeah, you get the full benefits of increased strength for same type friendlies, which I honestly think is better than LP recovery. It may not be as good as direct damage halve, that's pretty cool, but if you don't intend on taking direct hits, you don't really need to worry about that ability anyways. Instead, you can make your weak monsters really, really strong with the 500 bonus damage. Petite Moth, insects will get extended support range, increased strength for same type friendlies and weaker specific enemy type. And low levels will get terrain change to forest. And I believe that's 1 star only. Yep, 1 star only. Weaken specific enemy type for these guys is interesting. I need to actually double check my notes. Let's see. So apparently it weakens sea serpents. There's a few weird ones like that. Maybe because like, I don't know, insects infect them or something. I don't know. I think beasts weaken fish or something like stupid like that. It's just so arbitrary. You're never going to use it, so it's pretty crazy. And yeah, so increased strength and weaken specific enemy type, you know, it only scales up to 5 stars. And there's no real fusions for insects, so just pick your favorite one, I guess. Hercules Beetle, Dungeon Worm, Hunter Spider, Quagga Hercules, all very good. The rest, of course, you need to cheat to get, so don't worry about them. I'm surprised Javelin Beetle and both Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth are both 8 stars. That's pretty interesting. But not very important. So let's go to Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, you might want to know about these before you level them up because they have a pretty shitty leveling system. So Tomosaurus is the only of these cards that actually get terrain change. And it's the only leader ability in the entire game that actually changes the terrain to Wasteland. All the rest are Yami or something else, so yeah. You also get movement boost for same type friendlies, which all dinosaurs get, but only low levels get open opponents cards. So you need to be level 3 or below for that. Any other dinosaur, if you look, you only get 1 ability at max rank, which sucks. I have no fucking idea why they did this, but I actually spent the time to level up Sword of Armed Dragon all the way, and yeah, only got 1 ability, so that was really disappointing. Reptile low level, direct damage halved, and the rest of the kit is similar to fairies. You get extended support range, blah 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 blah. You can read, so yeah. Weaken specific enemy type. Let's see. I'll double check my notes again. It should be insects. I think it spellbinds and destroys insects and aquas or something. Yeah, spellbind specific enemy type aqua, destroy specific enemy type insect, and I don't actually know what it weakens specifically. So yeah, I guess you'll have to do that some figuring out yourself. As for fusions, I don't think there is any, so you just have to pick your favorites. Serpentine Princess is easy to duplicate. You can just enter the code on different memory cards and transfer it over. Otherwise, you can use Emperor of the Land and Sea as well if you think that's cool, but with a group like this, you do want to use one of the 5-star cards, and this card looks kind of silly. So, unless you wanted to use that card, of course, I would recommend either of these two. It doesn't really matter, they're the same shit. Low level fish get open opponent's card, which is level 3 or below, so that's pretty nice. You can have a nice little enchanting mermaid as your deck leader and have that ability. Otherwise, you get movement boosts for same type friendlies and weaken specific enemy types. So you also get level 5 or above. So I guess it's similar to Beast Warriors. You do get the level cost reduction for same type friendlies, which I assume is only level 1. Maybe Fortress Whale is level 2, but you can't actually use that as your deck leader in this game without cheating, so it's pretty much irrelevant. I would just recommend, you know, leveling up one of these. I think you can fuse to make this card. I can't remember the thing for it. Otherwise, just big favorite at 5 stars, I guess. This is a really interesting kit we've got here. So, Decriminos is actually the lowest level Sea Serpent in the game, so it does get open opponent's card even though it's 4 stars. But it doesn't get level cost reduction, which is a really strong ability. With Aqua Dragon, you get 2-star reduction. I'm not too sure about the 5-star ones. But it's fucking awesome. It means you can play Aqua Dragon for 4 stars and Kairi Shin for 3 stars. So I think that's really cool. It's obviously they made it pretty strong because, you know, there's only like 5 Sea Serpents in the game. So they probably wanted to make it strong somehow. But yeah, that's the abilities you get for them. If you do want to level it up, I do recommend using Aqua Dragon. You can get a few of these using the password and then fuse a few by mixing, I believe, Kairi Shin with a 5-star Aqua, you get Aqua Dragon. So that's pretty cool. Steel Scorpion, any low level, which would be 2 or below. Let's double check. 3 or below, actually. That's really cool. So yeah, 3 or belows will get open opponent's card. All of them will get increased movement and increased boost for same type friendlies. But level 5 or above, I believe. No, level 6 or above. Alright, let's look. Level 6 or above getting level cost reduction for same type friendlies. And if that's level 7 or above, you get 2-star reductions. So, Labyrinth Tank, Barrel Dragon, Slot Machine, Launcher Spider. You can't fuse to make any of these, but I highly recommend you pick these because increased movement, movement boost for same type friendlies, and 2-star level reduction for your own cards is just absolutely insane. So, yeah, I definitely recommend leveling up one of these machines. If you level it up, it means you can play Labyrinth Tank for 5 stars, Battle Dragon for 5 stars, and even if you go down, like back down here, it means you can play Cyber Commander for no stars, Cyber Steen for no stars, and just regenerate your summoning power. It's actually not bad. And, you know, fuse any of these with like a level 2 or level like, yeah, fuse like a level 3 with a level 1 dragon or beast or something and like do level 1 fusions of 5-star cards. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. Lalaliun, we got the same abilities as warriors here. So weaken specific enemy type you get for 2 types of monsters. For thunders, it's zombies and machines that you weaken. Otherwise, yeah, the rest is pretty straightforward. Open opponent's card is only at low levels. High level monsters don't get anything else, so yeah. Aqua, terrain change is to water, of course. Extended support range, increased for same type friendlies. Weaken specific enemy type. And the weaken specific enemy type, let's find out. Let's see if I have it in my notes. It's apparently Pyro, which would actually make a lot of sense. Yeah, it depends on what you want to do. Because again, terrain change, technically, if you play something on terrain that's been changed, you do get 500 damage. But you can just play water cards. A lot of them do have effects that leave water, so I don't think that ability is too great. You can instead make something down here. If there is any fusions, I don't think so. I think you can actually make Amphibious Bugroth by mixing I'm pretty sure you can make it by mixing a Ground Attacker Bugroth, the machine card with an Aqua, and maybe I think you can also make what's the card? Turtle Bird by mixing a turtle with a winged monster. I'm not too sure about that. You can maybe Google it, there might be an FAQ on it. But yeah, you probably want to pick one of those cards and just get the full leader abilities, so yeah. Low level Pyros, I guess this is the same as Fairies. Yep, pretty much the exact same as Fairies. There's no level 1s, so it doesn't matter what you level up, you'll get LP recovery, direct damage halved. So, yeah, level 2 Pyros pretty much get all the abilities that you can get with this kit. Jigant Bakudan is quite crazy. You can actually get this card by reincarnating, but yeah, all the rest of the stuff is pretty basic bare bones stuff. Just checking my notes again, of course. Because I did actually do some testing for this, so this might be pretty accurate. Weaken specific enemy type affects Beast Warriors. Spellbind specific enemy type actually affects both Beasts and Winged Beasts, which is very interesting. And Destroy specific enemy type affects plants. So you cover quite a bit of bases there. You pretty much rule over the forest terrain if you're running a Pyro deck, which is pretty crazy. Obviously, higher levels don't get him, some of the abilities, but you do get increased strength for the same type friendlies and weaken specific enemy type increased. So that's very nice. Ancient Jar, we do have, again, similar deal to Fairy stuff, direct damage halved, and then you get the resistance, stuff like that. Destroy specific enemy type for rock actually affects plants, I think. Let's see. Rock? No, that's not what I wanted to look at. Yep. Destroy specific enemy type dinosaur. It actually spellbinds plants, so that's what I was getting confused there. You can actually do a few fusions with this deck. Mystical Sand and Stone D are both just as good, but Stone D is level 7, so you'll get, you should get weaken specific enemy type later, but you don't actually get it with rock, so it doesn't matter. You can fuse any rock with a 4-star or above female card with to get Mystical Sand, or you can fuse a rock with a dragon to get Stone D. If you want, you could use Millennium Golem, but these cards you can fuse to make, and they're much faster. I think there's a few other fusions, like, you know, Minamushi Warrior. I think you can fuse, you know, a warrior with a rock to make some of them. But you know, you want a level 5 or above fusion to get the full benefit, so yeah, that's way better. You probably already know the plant leader abilities. If you played against Bakura in this game, he has that little annoying LP recovery, which I think is a total waste. I think you should just go down to the level 5 and stuff cards to get the other abilities, extended support range, blah 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 blah. You can create Rose Spectre of Dun by fusing a fiend with a plant, and you can create up to 5 of them easily. Or fuse a plant with a female to make Queen of Autumn Leaves. You can have up to 5 of them on the field and level them up really fast. Either of them, probably the best candidates for a plant deck. I think Rose Spectre Dun is cooler, so I personally pick her. I don't think there's any other fusions, but they're all low level cards anyways. I think there's like Dark World Thorns, but that's not low enough to get the ability, so yeah. And here's the interesting one. Immortals do get a fair few different abilities, so low level get terrain change and open opponent's card, so only Jow's Dark Demise gets open opponent's card. The rest down here, wait, what? No, Mucus Yo gets it as well apparently, so yeah, that's very strange. Maybe it's deck cost related for this type. Yeah, look. So if you go to the lower deck cost, we have below 20 get terrain change and open opponent's card, above 20 get terrain change, and above 40 get level cost reduction for same type friendlies, which I believe is only 1 star. I've tried it with a moisture creature and I only get 1 star reduction. I personally think that the strongest ability is actually the level cost reduction for same type friendlies, or summoning same type rather. Because it means you can play Moisture Creature for 8 stars, Carrot Idol for 8 stars. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but you can play Slate Warrior for 3 stars, like 1900 attack for 3 stars. You can also play Servant of Catabolism for 2 stars, flip that up, and you gain an extra summoning point bonus each turn. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Now before I did say I was going to go back to all the types and talk a bit more about, you know, what's going on with them. But I kind of already did that, so I'm not actually going to go back. I did ramble a bit more than I wanted to, and I managed to recommend my personal recommendations for each leveling up type as I went on. So yeah, again, you know, look at the fusion cards. Look in the description for the fast leveling guide. That'll teach you how to actually use these fusion cards to level them up faster, so you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, again, I'm clarifying this is a hacked save, that's why it looks so glitched. I purely just use this hacked save so I can get all the leader abilities and show you them. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't as elaborately edited as the last video. I kind of just scrolled around and rambled on about leader abilities for about 24 minutes. But for some reason, there's no actual videos on the YouTube that show you all the leader abilities and everything. So I figured I would, you know, put this out there, even if maybe it wasn't as good as the first video. It's just as informative. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. And if you haven't seen the first part of the video, I recommend you check that one out so you can see all the abilities and stuff. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, and you'll get to see more videos like this one. I do plan on doing more tutorials like this in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.